In today's video, Lord Vader attacks the wrong bounty hunter and pays for it dearly. Nest doesn't really care about how many stacks of anguish and overcharge you have, she will take you out. Supreme Leader himself cheeses his way through Darth Malgus and his band of Sith Empire. Rey's wallet without Datacron is simply not large enough to finish off Starkiller. 3PO and Chewie blind Starkiller with his beautiful fur. Nihilus orders Rebel scum for dinner. Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another free Grand Arena counter testing video. I had quite an interesting first round here in my Grand Arena last week, so I have a few battles to share there with you. Unfortunately I wasn't able to record the other two rounds that also had some interesting stuff, but at least, you know, something here to hopefully help you out for the rest of the 3v3 Grand Arena season. So let's first kick off with the first battle, Fennec Bounty Hunters versus Lord Vader. Now in this round it looks like my opponent did not apply the Lord Vader Datacron. I think he forgot to update his defense from previous season. So obviously this will depend on what type of Datacron Lord Vader's got. Now in the second round I as well was able to take out Lord Vader with Fennec. That Lord Vader team did have a level 6 Datacron, you know, the one with the cooldown reductions, but it wasn't a level 9. And in round 3 I was going up against a level 9 Lord Vader, level 9 Datacron, and the level 9 bonus was the one where for Darth Vader actually, where the damage over times deal 300% more damage, and that one I lost because as soon as my boss took a turn, I think he had only like 9 damage over times on him, he just died because of that much damage from there. So this can work, I think, you know, definitely for level 6, some level 9 Datacrons as well, so you could give it a go, but you know, at least you can see how this team works. Anyway, they will go first, they get a few damage over times out. Then we got our taunt up with Bosk, we cleanse everything and this now triggers the contract, and now we can just go all out here. We have to go through our guard. I just applied some armor shred on him so it will be easier to defeat. I'm just gonna do here basic, I'm not gonna renew my taunt just yet. There we go, and I'll just keep going. We have to go through royal guard here. Without obviously OG Mando we can't do it. My boss there, Artillery 5, barely survived that hit from Darth Vader. But anyway, we keep going here. Let's go ahead, clean up this mess. Darth Vader is our next target. Almost got him down. Again, let's a little bit just try to do. I was thinking, do I cleanse here or do basic? Basic wasn't enough to finish off Darth Vader, so probably should have just used cleanse there. But anyway, Fennec will finish off Darth Vader here, and now it's just 3v1 now. Obviously Lord Vader, he's quite a handful himself, but luckily, you know, with Grief constant healing here, hopefully you should be able to hang in there. Anyway, keep those armor shreds whenever you get a chance to apply, so you can do more damage here. Kick in the face, there we go. Lord Vader should really know better than keep attacking Fennec. He keeps going after Fennec with Retribution, and this was the end of him. So yeah, he definitely chose the wrong bounty hunter to go after. Alright, so let's go into the next battle for today's video, which is well, not really Nest solo, but Kira is there for the lead really, so even if you have a low gear Kira, doesn't matter. She's just there for her leadership, just to give a little bit more damage to Nest, and as well obviously protection recovery on every critical ahead. Now this team with Droideka, Maul team with Droideka is actually easier to solo here with Nest, because there's no Bo-Katan in there, because remember with Bo-Katan, whenever your Mandalorian allies are attacking out of turn, they'll be recovering protection and health, so they are difficult to take down. Sometimes if your Nest doesn't do enough damage, you can time out there. But versus these guys with Bo-Katan, it shouldn't be a problem really. We'll eventually be able to get through them. Just on Ghostly Nest, she's actually tenacity modded. You could also apply some Datacron, I guess, for some armor penetration or physical damage if you have to boost Nest's their offense further. But anyway, it's a pretty straightforward thing. Nothing really you can do here, right or wrong. I mean, Maul obviously, when he's got 5 stacks of anguish, he will increase cooldowns on Nest anyways there if he goes for Nest, and then you can just use basics for a few turns anyway. So not much really to talk here about. Good thing is like Handress on his triple tap, that nest that will counter attack 3 times. There we go, keep going. Oh, as well, you know, don't be afraid of the deck up. First of all, won't be able to stack a lot of overcharge there on him, because obviously he only gets a stack whenever an enemy gets a turn, and Nest being reasonably slow, at least ever more slow, she won't be getting a lot of turns. And even if Draka would get more stacks, it doesn't even matter because of the whole bonus protection Nest has going for her. And there we go, finishing off there for 54 banner win, so I guess not bad, considering, you know, that you can just throw in Kira and Nest. Okay, so this is again from round 1. Again, my opponent looks like he just kind of rolled over the defense from previous season, but we did not have yet here Datacron for Malgus. But even, you know, versus Malgus with his level 9 Datacron, I did this as well in the round 2 and 3, and Kylo does well there as well. Although in both cases I did lose both Zombie and Daka, because obviously Malgus kept using his sort of insta-kill ability really over and over again. But, you know, by the time they are both defeated, Kylo can then just kind of carry the battle for you. So definitely for 3v3 it seems like Kylo here is your best bet. Well, Kylo really in 3v3 is more best bet versus all Galactic Legend almost, pretty much. He's very good to use on offense. There we go. Malgus there wasting his insta-kill on Zombie, and obviously without a Datacron in this case he won't be able to use it all over again, so I should be able here to keep alive both sisters for a little bit better banner win. But as mentioned before, versus level 9 Malguses, the only one left standing on my end was Kylo. But Malgus doesn't really have means to take out, even if it comes to 1v1 situation, Malgus doesn't really have a way to take out Kylo, especially because, you know, Kylo will have already his ultimate and he can pull it off by the time it's 1v1, and that's pretty much it. Malgus is not a Galactic Legend, although you do almost need a Galactic Legend to take him down, especially with his Datacron. Because he's not a Galactic Legend, you can actually siphon stats mastery from him, so he will be getting weaker the more you siphon from him. Obviously with Malak in there, I keep getting stuck behind Malak, but now with Malak out, we can just keep siphoning down Malgus, so this shouldn't take long. I think one more hit and he will be done for, I think. There we go, one more swipe, big hit, Malgus is down for a 53 banner win. Okay, so this is battle number 2, so let's move on to the next one that I have here for you today. So I've been using now Starkiller more on offense. Before I was using him on defense, but just realized, you know, now that Rey doesn't have her Datacron anymore, I think Starkiller has a chance here to take out Rey, depending obviously on the Rey comp, maybe also some Rey Datacron or something that Rey would have on her. I successfully defeated Rey here in round 1. In round 2, I almost killed Rey, so I had to 2-shot Rey, finish her off with a different team, but in round 3, I failed to do much, to be honest, so I wouldn't say this is a 100% win, but again, it's the first time I'm using Starkiller on offense in 3v3, so I'm still a little bit learning how this team works, what to do. So in terms of here the Datacron that I use, I do have here the one with armor, but 100% armor, but it won't really help much because obviously it's the Whirlwind and Ultimate that Rey will be using most, and those deal true damage anyway, so armor unfortunately won't really help much. But anyway, we just stunned their holder first, and then we're going after Rey here. Obviously their Hermit Yoda, he will keep evading, so you won't be able to do much to him while he's in stealth. And here I'm going to go ahead and remove now the critical damage immunity from Rey, so we can now start critically hitting her, doing some more damage. Unfortunately, Hermit Yoda, he did put Master's Training on her, so she's gonna have 25% extra offense as well as extra defense, so she's a little bit tankier and she's hitting a little bit harder, including her ultimate. She's in damage immunity, so won't be able to push her turn meter. Won't be able to remove inspiration from her, and while she's got inspiration you can't remove thermometer from her anyways, so she will now get a turn. Not much I can do here, so I decided to kind of save my specials for when she comes out and just keep attacking Rey just to lose inspiration. There we go, getting nice assist there. There we go, we took that ultimate because obviously with Starkiller, debuffed enemies will deal 50% less damage. So this will also nerf raise their ultimate. Anyway, brought down the ship just to recover health and protection. I'm going after her Meteora and Hold as well. This actually ended up a full banner win. So definitely was very happy with this one. Whereas then, as mentioned before, in round 2 and round 3 I didn't have as clean experience, but again, unfortunately I wasn't able to record those for you. And from Starkiller on offense to Starkiller on defense. Now obviously I've been, especially for free, been looking to find a consistent counter for Starkiller since last 2 seasons, so free. And now with Datacrons I actually realized that this CLS team, I gave it a go. Actually it worked very well. I did this in all 3 rounds. It worked flawlessly every single time, no matter what Datacron enemies had for the Starkiller, because luckily we do not have yet Datacross for unaligned force users. Whenever that happens, Starkiller might be a different animal, but until then, this free CLS and 2 free POs worked really well in combination with the data disk that I have for Rebels. That gives me 25% turn meter to begin with, which allowed obviously to go straight after Mara, so we can now start controlling the field here. Pushback turn meter on Mara, and then we can call assists here. Perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead here and use blind, and as well remove critical damage immunity for the other 2 characters. We were able there to dodge Pulp's stun, AoE stun, because of blind on him. And now I can go ahead and finish off Mara before she gets too much here, but with 3 stacks of confusion she won't be able to gain a bonus turn meter anyways. But anyway, took Mara down, so at least she's not calling Pulp to assist when she uses her basic. Let's go ahead and recover some protection. Obviously Pulp's unique. Whenever we take a turn, our rebel guys, they're losing some, they're taking some damage from his unique, so it's not gonna be a high banner win, but you know, 1 shot on Starkiller with this team I think is pretty good. So that's what I'll be trying to do going forward. See if, you know, I can carry these good wins into the week 2 as well. And finally, it's the first time I faced this Raddus team in free, so I didn't know what to expect, but obviously with all of my opponents that I've faced now in week 1, they all had Profundity, which means they will all have Relic 9 Raddus, which most likely means they will all put this Raddus team on defense. Again, I tried this in 2 rounds and both of them worked, but one of them came very close. Literally Raddus had like 99, the pro, is it download progress? You know, the ability where he needs to get to 100% so he can use his special ability. Obviously here with Traya, I get lots of sort of ability, so dying obviously isn't a threat here. The target is obviously to get Nihilus Annihilator up and running before Raddus gets to his mini ultimate, I guess we could call it, to his ability where he gets all those debuffs that can be cleansed off and things like that. But anyway, I also applied there just in case Datacron with some extra armor for my Sith. And here we go, let's go ahead and increase cooldowns. Unfortunately no cooldown increase on Raddus, so I was just able to reduce only for 2 turns the Annihilate. But anyway, let's go ahead, get those buffs off. I just hold on, didn't I just remove those buffs from Jin? So looks like I'm not too familiar with Raddus, obviously I don't have him yet, so I'm not using him on offense. I don't know exactly what he does, but it looks like they keep getting those buffs whenever you remove them. They get him back, it looks like. Anyway, I isolated Raddus just to increase his cooldowns further. I don't want to, you know, him using special abilities and get to his ultimate too fast. Hopefully we'll have an Annihilator ready now in the next turn. Yep, there we go. Get Raddus out. Obviously, as soon as Raddus is out, this team doesn't really have a whole lot of damage here, because all the damage is really coming from exposes. But that's not really that big of a problem, because obviously whenever your guys, because of Traya in there, they take a turn to just cleanse of those exposes anyway. So Traya definitely a very good solid team here, at least in free to go up against Raddus. I even had a full protection on somebody, I'm not sure who. I think that was the Datacron that I had for some protection recovery for my guys. Alright guys, so that's all for today's video. Hope we find these battles useful from my first week in this free Grand Arena. So especially happy to see that CLS team working really well versus Starkillers. Thank you for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you my friends.